Hello and welcome to another episode of With Enough Prep Time. I'm your host, the Nerd Man, and today we're going to be talking about DC news, the future of DC. And I've got my bro here, JG Shaolin Terrific, to discuss basically what's been going down with the DC. You've seen, I take it you've seen the new Suicide Squad trailer, bro?
I have, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, I thought you liked it.
No, I'm messing. It looks like it's gonna be a fun movie.
Yeah.
I'm just when you compare to the first Suicide Squad, even though this is a soft reboot, it's totally different tones, right? The first one was a lot darker. It also had some jokes that didn't hit. This one is a little more colorful, very Guardians of the Galaxy vibe to it, especially with the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And
so I'm going to tell you what. Why don't we watch it and then we'll watch the old Suicide Squad trailer and we'll compare what we think. Right?
Cool. Let's do it.
So you can hear what. Tell me if you can test. Can you hear
Yeah,
that?
I can hear. Yeah.
You're going to risk the entire mission for a mental defective dressed as a court jester.
It's coming from a guy that wears a toilet seat on his head. We don't leave one of our own behind.
Hopefully Harley's still alive.
So funny business.
See, all of that already just annoys me. I'm sorry. Like I'm just watching this and I'm like, you know, like that's the funniest line you can come up with. Like, oh, this coming from a guy with a toilet bowl on his head. It's like, dude.
Yeah, it makes
like
John Cena's not a good actor in the way, and he's not funny at all. So anything he does to me it just irks me.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then I mean, I don't know. You've got Idris Elba in this, and he's a good, serious actor. So it would be better. I like the Suicide Squad more, the first one, because Harley Quinn was the funny one, right? And the rest of them, maybe Boomerang had some, funny stuff as well. But for the most part, like they were taking the shit seriously, and I thought that worked. Yeah,
because I mean the stakes were Will Smith is in his Deadshot was like, hey, I want to be with my daughter again. I'm gonna do this like be with my daughter. Yeah. Harley Quinn everybody had their whole thing, right? This one I'm not sure.
I mean, I think the story probably is going to be better in this, to be honest, with James Gunn. The story wasn't about it in the first one, but I really liked the characters and I really liked how the characters were being portrayed in the first one. And I thought that was fun enough, but I didn't really care so much about the story they were in. I was just like, oh, I like their fun banter and back and forth. And, it was very dark humor. It was different to Marvel, the first one. All right, let's finish watching this. I'm sorry, man. I just had to.
Are you good?
Just that first scene pissed me off, but I think it actually got better. But I switched off when I first watched it.
These are dangerous people.
DCEU is clear to
Fire. 3, 2.
What are you guys doing?
I don't understand why Idris is running like that. I don't understand.
It was a really good plan, too.
You know what? Say it again. Repeat.
I didn't understand why Idris was running the way he was in that scene. Unless I guess he got shot or something. I don't know. He was running like kind of gimpy. Maybe something happened prior to this, because he's already like a little blood stain on his chest.
Yeah. Oh, you mean Kinnaman?
Yeah.
Rick Flag, right. I don't like that helmet either. And I also don't like, are they trying to say Amanda Waller cares about if Harley Quinn is alive or not? Please tell me she doesn't.
That's why I have no idea. It's not making sense to me. I guess I'm hoping in the movie it'll kind of flesh out a little bit. But but Amanda's whole, I mean, unless this is something she's not supposed to be doing, right? Because if Harley got away, okay, we need to go get her, or everything we're trying to do is going to like fall to shit. That's the only thing I can think of at the moment.
I hope, yeah, exactly. I really hope she doesn't actually care if like Harley Quinn is, because I liked Amanda Waller in the first one. She was a badass. She did some stupid shit with the pencil and stuff like that, but all in all, she was vicious, and I like that version of Amanda Waller. It was cool.
It's
It
very
wasn't.
comic book version.
Yeah, exactly. It was the comic book version taken to another level, right? Like she was
Hmm.
just like fucking evil, basically.
Yeah, yeah. And so that's why I'm not. It's supposed to be a soft reboot, but it
Mm.
seems like just by looking at it, it's picking up from the first one because Harley
You-
did escape with Joker in the first one.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't like the fact that Amanda Waller is like supposedly caring what the fuck is happening. She should be like just kill her. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
not trying to save her. Like I don't like that.
Well, I can go back inside and you can still do it.
That's patronizing.
I'm so sorry. Harley Quinn.
Blood sport.
I actually like the soundtrack to it so far.
Successfully complete the mission, you get 10 years off your sentence.
Like what is all this?
Times are hard. You fail to follow my orders in any way?
I must say I really like the song in the background.
Yeah, yeah. Like the soundtrack so far is great.
The song's live, bro.
I do love the soundtrack so far.
Yeah.
Can do the job for free.
So this is the famous Suicide Squad.
What's with the shoes?
I did. Maybe it's supposed to be like a joke thing, I guess. I don't know.
Nom nom.
What do you think of the CG on that? Because everyone's always complaining about CG, and they're not going to complain about that.
Well,
that looks worse.
If anybody says King Shark CG is okay and shitting on Darkseid CG, I'm calling bias on them because that is horrible.
Exactly.
It's horrible.
It's
horrible.
That's a real. And also, if anyone calls bad CG on the first Suicide Squad as well, I want them to keep the same energy with that King Shark.
Exactly. Unless they're going to clean it up, because we saw in the Snyder's Justice League, Darkseid CG was cleaned up a little bit as more trailers came out. So
yeah, no, Darkseid looked live in the Snyder movie, and so did Steppenwolf. They both look really good.
Yeah, so I'm thinking they might clean it up when it actually debuts. I hope they do, because it's going to kill me if I keep seeing it trash CG King Shark right there.
This joke is the funniest joke in the trailer.
Yeah,
I do like this little exchange.
Questions?
And
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
we're all gonna die.
I hope so.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's the only bit I found funny. Like like so far, like it's the funniest joke. Like for fuck's sake, when he says that.
We fail the mission, you die.
If we find out any information you give us is false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No,
If you cough without covering your mouth.
Harley. Although that isn't an
Oh,
open
man,
invitation
she's
for you to
annoying
cough
me.
without covering your mouth.
What'd you say? It's stupid,
That's how
right?
Harley's annoying me right now.
Yeah, exactly. I like it when she's darker. Do you know what I mean? Like really, like sinister almost. But she thinks she's funny. That's how I prefer the Joker. Like the Joker from the recent Joker movie, or the Joker from the Dark Knight, or even the Joker from the Batman '89. To be fair, like they're all much darker, but they think they're funny. Right?
Exactly.
Whereas this is actually trying to make her funny. You know what I mean? Like she's actually like they're trying to make it that you're supposed to kind of, with the Joker and Harley Quinn, I always feel you're supposed to kind of laugh, but then like after a moment you're like, oh shit, should I really laugh at that? That's really bad, right?
Like a cringy kind of, like in their own reality, I'm funny as hell, like you said in the Joker movie.
Yeah.
But but everybody outside look like, what the hell are they talking about? They're crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like they'll murder someone and just be like laughing at the fact that their ear is, like they're eating their ear or something. Like that's the kind of. I'm just spitballing off the top of my head, but I just, this one is just. I don't know.
What's the plan? Who the hell am I supposed to know?
You're the leader.
leader. You're supposed to be decisive.
And I've decided that you should eat a big bag of dicks.
If this whole beach was completely covered in dicks, and somebody said I'd eat every dick until the beach was clean for liberty, I would say no problemo.
Why would someone put penises all over the beach?
Who knows why madmen do what they do?
Nah.
That was one of the worst. See, everyone's doing like backflips over this, and how great this is. That's a funny joke to them. Have I not got a sense of humor?
It reminds me of the first Suicide Squad where Harley Quinn says, "We're bad guys. That's what we do." Like I hated that. Just like I hate this too. It doesn't hit. It doesn't hit at all. Maybe it's because John Cena. I don't know, but it just doesn't hit.
Yeah, he was a shit wrestler as well.
I don't want to get me started on that.
He's trash, bro. He should never be a movie star. It's like it's annoying to me, like that much better wrestlers didn't become movie stars than him. But anyway, let's see what the rest says.
This is suicide.
Hey, they better not fucking kill Amanda Waller in this fucking movie.
I don't think they will. I don't think they will, but they better not. Like, because I just saw that little bit where they had the knife to the neck, like as if because they said anyone can die in this movie. That's the thing. Anyone can die. That's the whole idea of it. If they kill off Amanda Waller, that's it for me, man. Yeah, I mean, she should be untouchable.
Yeah.
I will say I did like that shot where King Shark's ripping the car apart. I did love that shot.
That's kind of our thing.
I think the action will be good.
Oh yeah.
Are you worried? I'm going to get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
Oh my God, we've got a freaking kaiju up in this shit.
I don't want to do your We love the rain. Like angels are splooching all over us.
Oh, like what the fuck, man? The I like the Starro, the way the Starro looks. The CGI on that looks actually a lot better. Did she just say that? Is it like maybe I don't know. I just never find this shit funny. I just think if you're gonna do this, just get a good comedy.
It's more cringe funny than anything. I don't like her as Harley Quinn. I just don't. I liked in the first one, but after Birds of Prey and this, maybe it'll be different in the film, right?
Yeah, look, Fenya the Ice Wolf says the DCU has no future. Literally, they have no plan, nothing planned. I think the Batman's going to be good. I like where Shazam is going, but yeah, in general, they are just throwing up shit at the wall without a plan. And then Amanda Waller doesn't give a shit about any one of them. They are pawns in the game of chess. She would not care. She would only care if their lives. If there was a reason, for their lives, if there was a reason, exactly. Yeah. Darkseid and Steppenwolf looked real and badass as hell. Yeah, exactly. I thought so as well. And then what's up? I don't like John Cena, but I thought that line was funny. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I worry about my sense of humor because I don't really like vibe with a lot of people's sense of humor. I have a dark sense of humor. That's just who I am. Yeah, me too. They will never kill Amanda Waller. She's one of the few normal human beings that will outlive Batman. I always thought Amanda Waller should be the Nick Fury of the DCEU. That's what I thought. I thought they should. It would work like a dark version of Nick Fury. Like she hates the Justice League instead of Nick Fury, who's the center, who puts the Avengers together. She's the one who's like organizing humans and metahumans against the Justice League.
Yeah, that's why I said she should be untouchable. That may have been just was that Bloodshot? I guess had that pencil at her throat. I don't know, but maybe that's just him trying to threaten, kind of like Will Smith did. Yeah. You know, getting to go do whatever he did, same deal, right? So she's not gonna die. She better not.
You'll be shocked, man. You'll be really shocked. I think James Gunn would do it. just to
Oh
like
God,
fuck
I
with
hope not.
people. All right,
I
let's
hope
compare
not.
this to the old Suicide Squad trailer because this is the film, whatever this film was, because it isn't what we actually ended up seeing, even though I didn't mind the Suicide Squad that much, the
Yeah,
actual film we got to see. I know a lot more people don't like it than me, but
well,
I liked it. But this is the trailer from before, right? Because people are forgetting about this. This is what we were gonna get, or the tone we were gonna get.
of it, but that's another thing I don't even want to get into because I'm sure he kind of fleshed things out a lot more.
The worst of the worst.
So if you remember this,
People that act against their
Yeah.
own self-interest. It's what I do for a living.
Are you the devil?
All you need to know is you work for me.
yo, dude, was that the same guy in the end of Justice League?
Go back.
Do you know who I'm talking about? The one that Luthor, basically Lex Luthor escapes prison, and there's a guy who's in this. Him. Well, it
Oh,
probably isn't
background.
him. No, it isn't him. Anyway,
Okay.
I thought I noticed him. But yeah, the whole tone of that I just found much more intriguing to me. Original Suicide Squad trailer was way better. Exactly. I mean, the film probably isn't. Now, Amanda doesn't hate the Justice League. She fears them and what would happen if they die. Hell, this woman gave Batman a kid against his will because she wanted the Batman. Yeah, but it's one thing. Yeah, this is a movie version. So, and please, guys, if you're watching, please thumbs up. But that's a movie. This is a movie version versus a cartoon version. So there's different versions of the character, but I'm not saying she should hate them, but she should fear them, yeah, like, and be making plans to, you know, either get a superhero group that is owned by the American government, whereas the Justice League aren't owned by them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so that they can send them off to, like, you know, fight in a war for them, you know, like for American interests and stuff. And the Justice League won't do that. That's the kind of thing that I think Amanda Waller should be like, oh, we shouldn't trust them because of that. What do you think of that?
I can see that. I can see that. Because I mean, it's Suicide Squad does things that Justice League won't do. Right there, I can see Suicide Squad doing the killing and stuff like that. Kind of like how Snyder did in Justice League, killing. That should be left for the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't look. As long as this film isn't the complete tone of the DCEU, I'm fine with it. It's its own thing. Let people have that. I don't mind. But it just, to me, it doesn't interest me so much. Deathstroke should be in this freaking movie. Deathstroke should be in a freaking movie of his own as an anti-hero. There's a movie called Deathstroke Knights and Dragons. It's a perfect depiction of Deathstroke's mythos and lore. Check it. What do you say to that?
I think I saw in an interview that Joe Manchin, I can never pronounce the last name, he was speaking to doing something like that. Because I think he had already read a lot of comics and the lore about him. From what he said in the interview, they were going for that. But, you know, things with Warner Brothers stuff kind of fell through. So who knows what's going to happen now. But yeah, I would love to see a Deathstroke standalone film. Especially if it's like the Raid. Because I think they're going to have producers or people from the Raid doing the choreography for the fight scenes in it.
Yeah.
So that would have been real.
I mean, I would like that as well. I mean, have you got any final word on Suicide Squad? I reacted quite poorly to it, like when I first saw it. Now it's not grown on me, but I'm just like, whatever, you know. If that's what DC wants to do to try and make a fast buck off like the MCU style of filmmaking, let's see how they do. If they do well, then I'm wrong. But I feel that DC should be doing something else. I think they should, you know, go in their own path, you know?
Yeah, like for me, because like I said earlier, this is like Guardians of the Galaxy, just DC version. I wasn't feeling the trailer when that movie came out. I actually liked the movie, so it might be the same for this.
I like Guardians of the Galaxy, but I never feel the need to go back and watch it, to be honest. I do like it, though. It wasn't a bad...
is horrible.
It wasn't a bad movie. All right, so let's move on to just the recent Flash casting news. So I'll go over the first thing, which is Maribel Verdú from Pan's Labyrinth is going to be playing the mother of Barry Allen, which I think is really, really good news. But that comes with terrible news, which is that Billy Crudup is out as Barry Allen's dad, Henry Allen.
So are they not going to do a dad at all, or just going to focus on the mom?
Well, they have. They've hired. That's a good question. They've hired a new guy.
Okay.
As Barry Allen's dad. And I know I've seen him in stuff, but he doesn't, you know, this is the guy, his name is, so Billy Crudup, it's Ron Livingston, who's going to be playing Barry Allen.
Okay. He's not bad.
I don't, yeah, but the Crudup was really, really good to me in the Justice League movie. He was my favorite parent in the whole of the Justice League movie, to be honest.
I really think that WB is really trying to just get away from Snyder altogether, even though they're using Iris West for it. I think for the most part, they're really trying to remove themselves from Snyder.
I think they would have wanted Billy Crudup back. I think that it's because I think it was because of a conflict of a scheduling conflict with his morning show. I don't think they were going to. But I honestly think I would wait. I would wait for the Flash movie if they would just, you know, wait for him to finish whatever he's doing and just film the scenes that they need to film with him after the whole of the Flash movie and just film his scenes last. I honestly, he's that good as Billy. As it's not just replaceable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you think they should push the Flash movie back?
I think they should just film his scenes last. I mean, who's he going to be with? It's going to be him talking to Barry, basically. It's not like he's going to be... I guess there might be scenes with the mother. I don't know. But to me, it's especially with the actress who's going to be playing his wife, Maribel Verdú. Do you know her?
Let me see her. I'll know her face if I saw it.
She's a fantastic.
Okay. Yeah. Now.
Yeah, Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the kind of the servant who ends up being like one of the rebels. Basically, she's one of the secret rebels. She's a fantastic actress, man, and I just want to see her and Billy Crudup acting off each other. I think they'll be wonderful together. So. Kind of sad to me. Ron Livingston, I don't know if he really... do you know what I mean? He's not a Billy Crudup. Maybe I'm wrong. I have to watch his stuff again, but
yeah, he's actually okay. Like I say, he's not Billy. I mean, that's for sure. But depending on what they do with the Flash movie, like we don't know how much he's actually going to be needed in it. Right, how many scenes is this going to be? The house scene where his mom dies or whatever, or what? This is a picture of house that after the comics should be done. Perfect show. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah, we'll check that
Anyway,
out. We'll do a
I hope I
review.
didn't butcher your name.
We'll do a review of that. Invincible. I'll definitely check that out and do a review of that.
Oh, have you seen it on Amazon Prime yet? The animated series?
No.
It's good. I love it.
So I'm going to check that out. All right, last things last. I almost feel like screaming in terror. So the news came out that Michael Keaton isn't necessarily going to be playing the Batman. Basically, he said due to COVID-19 situation, what's going on in the UK, he's kind of scared of the pandemic. And he also just didn't seem like he'd really made a decision, as you know, like he hadn't committed at all. What's your thoughts on that?
I wonder if, because we've seen a lot of actors who use certain situations and say, I don't know if I should come as leverage for more money, maybe. That could be it. But if we don't have Michael Keaton as Batman, I don't know, man. As long as we don't get George Clooney, anybody but
well,
him.
That's what we're going to go into. You stepped right into it. So Warner Brothers, on the back of this, is rumored to either be looking to bring George Clooney or Christian Bale back. Now, my thoughts on the whole Michael Keaton thing is I love Michael Keaton as Batman. I wish he was doing a Batman Beyond rather than a Flashpoint. But I wanted to see the Thomas Wayne Batman in this. Unfortunately, I think Snyder's kind of fucked that up because he's made the Batman in the main universe a killer. So it's not going to have the impact when you see that that Thomas Wayne is also a brutal killer. So I can see why probably they thought that storyline wouldn't work with the Ben Affleck Batman. But I think they could have worked it with, you know, like if they had brought Patterson into this universe and made him this world's Batman and then, you know, done the Thomas Wayne angle with him. I don't know. Something like that, pardon me. But so I wasn't that excited for Michael Keaton, and I'm kind of glad he's just being like, I need to see the script. That's basically his big thing. It's like, I want to see the script. If it's good, then maybe we can party. If not, you know, I'm staying on my, you know, 4 million, you know, whatever, however many acres, you know, paradise that he lives in of the Batman money. So I'm Michael Keaton once again always being a class act. So the good thing is we know that if Michael Keaton actually does, you know, join the Batman this Flash project, then it's probably a good movie because Michael Keaton doesn't do bullshit. He basically, after Batman Returns, when they tried to give him some bullshit movie with you know, the Batman and Robin or what Batman Forever.
Batman Forever. Yeah.
He was just like, yep, I'm done. I'm gone, bro. So
I mean, I can't lie. I actually like Val Kilmer in Batman Forever. I actually like him. But the movie sucked. The movie was trash. But I actually like Val Kilmer. If he can lose weight, if Michael Keaton couldn't do it, and Val Kilmer can lose weight, he's a little bit overweight now. I'm game. It's cool.
Yeah, no, I never had a problem with Val Kilmer as the Batman. I just think he needed to be in a better movie. I thought he was the best part of that movie because he was the only one who seemed to be taking the movie seriously. And it also had quite an in-depth look into Bruce Wayne's psyche in that movie in a way that the first two didn't. So I thought it was good. It was just the rest of it was a joke. The rest of the movie was a joke. So now Warner Brothers, apparently the latest news is they want to bring either George Clooney or Christian Bale back as the Batman for the Flash movie. If Michael Keaton doesn't commit, so.
Dude, I would rather you just go full retard, bring Jimon Hunsu as Batman than George Clooney. I do not want George Clooney touching Batman ever again. I think he even said at one time that was one of his mistakes in his career was doing a Batman. So
he's not only terrible casting and the worst thing. He's not. Dude's too happy. He's not a guy like Batman. He's like, it's a good thing. You know, you should be like happy that you're not, you know, personally somebody who should be able to play Batman. You know, like there's a certain intensity and weirdness and craziness. You need someone crazy like fucking Christian Bale, who, you know, will be shooting a scene and then just go off at the you know, one of the crew. That's Batman. Do you know what I mean? Somebody who's fucked up in the head. And George Clooney's too normal. He's too much of he's just a good guy, like one of those guys you'd want a beer with or something. You know, it doesn't work for him.
Yeah, he just doesn't scream Bruce Wayne or Batman to me when I see him. Christian Bale had to grow on me a little bit, as far as seeing the first trailers for The Batman Begins. But yeah, Michael Keaton or nobody.
Yeah, no. If you're gonna go with the old Batmans, I'd prefer Michael Keaton. Otherwise, there's no point. Also, because if you're gonna, I suppose the Flash is gonna run into this universe, and if you're gonna run into a different Batman universe, the only one that's really interesting is the Keaton one, because, you know, like it was all that fairy tale Gotham that was like weird. So to see that with modern CGI and like in a modern landscape, that would be interesting. But to run into Christian Bale's Gotham isn't even that interesting. It's just like, oh, we're just running into Boston or whatever, wherever it was shot, you know, or Chicago. So, and yeah, then there's just George Clooney. So I don't want to. I just don't want to see that.
I don't want George Clooney. I'll be honest. The only way I see either one of those guys doing it is because I really think Mike Keaton's trying to get leverage for more money. That's what I really think. Could be wrong, but that's why I'm truly in my heart believing that he wants more money, and maybe they could pay George Clooney cheaper. Christian Bale probably wants a lot of money too.
Yeah, Christian Bale will be expensive. Christian Bale will be totally expensive. So let's just read some of these. Do you want to do a review? Oh, yeah. No, we can't do that, man. We can stream it if you want. It's just asking for a stream. Fenya, I'll definitely do that. So what the fuck? No Michael Keaton. Oh man, I was gonna see the Flash movie for him. No Clooney though. Yeah, like what do you want people not to see the Flash movie? Like that's what it's got to be fake, because if they say Clooney's Batman, that's going to be a reason for people not to go. Do you know what I mean?
They're probably throwing some out there to see what the audience would say if it was either one or two, and go with whatever probably gets the most regarded. I don't know, but
exactly. That says bring back Chris O'Donnell. Exactly. What's the point? You know.
Well, guys, remember they killed Robin already, so you know.
Yeah. Oh, they could kill him. That would be great. If they were going to bring back George Clooney to kill that Chris O'Donnell Robin, then I'll do it just for that.
Never saw the Val Kilmer movie. The movie was
Jack Nicholson.
The movie was
popped him in the head. Sorry, go on.
I was reading Fenrir's. I hope I said his name right, or her name right.
His.
Batman Forever the movie was trash. The Riddler was trash. He was too. I just didn't like. But Val Kilmer was actually good.
No, I know. That's Fenya, you should watch well, no, you shouldn't watch Batman Forever. Yeah. What am I talking about? But look, it's good, but you don't. His performance is good, but you don't have to watch the movie. It's a waste of time, basically.
I think the best thing that came out of that was it Seal's "Kiss My Rose" from that.
That song was sick. That song was good. Just watch the song. Watch the song, and that's all you need to watch from that film. So the guy who plays Batman should be a pretty face who smiles for the cameras but hides a deep darkness inside that he only frees. Yeah, that's what I believe. I believe there's something, you know, that's why I like the idea of this new guy. What's his name?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. I know he's like from the Twilight and all of that kind of stuff, but there's a darkness to him. He looks a bit like a bat as well. He looks like obviously like a vampire, but he looks like kind of weird in the same. The scene that always tells me, like, you know, like that I always think to when I think of a great Batman is that that one in Batman Returns when Michael Keaton is just sitting in the darkness.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he's just waiting for the bat signal to come on.
Mm-hmm. But
That's
we also
the one
have to remember that was an older Batman, right? Maybe mid late 30s, maybe. When we see it from Pattinson is more of a still young, probably still trying to grasp. Okay, how can I be Bruce Wayne and Batman? How can I be show a difference, right? So we might not see that with Robert Pattinson, but I do believe he can pull it off if they did.
He had a sick Batman voice, don't like that.
Yeah,
Batman voice was on point, bro. But yeah,
I still want the white eyes. If we ever get one with the white eyes, I'll be happy.
The two things I'm looking forward to is Robert Pattinson. I don't mind Robert Pattinson as Batman. I think he's good. But the two things I'm most looking forward to as well is the new Catwoman and the new Riddler. I think they're going to be amazing.
Great actor, I love him.
Yeah, Paul Dino. He's amazing, amazing actor. He looks a bit like Philosophical Pickle as well. You don't know. He does actually. Have you seen Philosophical
think about
Pickle?
Yeah, he does. When I think about
it. Yeah, Adam Sandler should absolutely be the next Batman. No,
dude, I can see him doing this. If they did a Kick-Ass 3, he would be a great new Big Daddy. Something would be hilarious.
Oh yeah, he would be good in that. That was
they
great.
Did a Kick-Ass 3, I would love him in that.
What's his name was amazing in that.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage doing the old Batman voice, doing the Adam West Batman voice. It was amazing. Yeah, man. So, do you have anything final to say? I think we've had our like little discussion about Christian Bale.
Yeah, it's not looking good, man, because you're not bringing back what's his name, the guy that played Flash's dad in the Snyderverse. You're not bringing him back. The other guy, he's good. Don't get me wrong, but he might give that same flavor you got from Billy, I think his name. Where I highly doubt we're getting a Reverse Flash.
You can't have the same connection. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had such a good connection, and I just think every scene that he's going to be in instead of that guy, it's just going to be like that whole relationship's going to be dead in that movie. You know?
Rob, I'm sorry, you said Rob Schneider's Joker. That's funny.
Yeah. You know what it reminds me of, and people always say this to me, and it really annoys me. You know Katie Holmes in Batman Begins?
Yeah.
How she got like replaced in The Dark Knight. Like, I think the reason. Did you feel anything in The Dark Knight when Rachel died? When Rachel Dawes died? Not
really. I would have rather Katie Holmes been in that movie.
Right. If it was Katie Holmes, you would have felt something. If it was Katie Holmes, you can't set up an emotional arc with a character and expect another actor to pay off that emotional arc. It doesn't work. It never works. The same with, Silence of the Lambs 2.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whenever you recast, it just because it's a different person and it's a different character. So anything emotional you felt from that first one, you can't just transfer it onto another person. It just doesn't work like that.
Exactly. You don't have the same vibe with this. No.
I really think they should wait. I don't know if it's impossible if he's just said like no, but I really think they should wait. If they can,
right? And so I don't know, man. I don't know, because you need Michael Keaton just to get that audience grab. You need Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton and Christian Bale are the only Batmans that
only Batmans I can see.
bring
Unless you bring an unknown, which I don't think they should do.
But as I said, if you want Flash to really go into a different world, then the Nolan Batman's is not different enough. Like
it's too real world.
It's too real world. I think you'd want to go into that weird Burton verse. Like that would be an exciting Gotham for Flash to Flashpoint into, especially with modern technology as well. Like how you could show that universe would be really interesting.
Awesome.
So
there you go.
What'd you say?
I lost you for a second. I know he's just like you went to the Phantom Zone or something. I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. You can hear me now, yeah?
Yeah.
But anyway, man, that's really like all I had to say about it. I think that there was good casting, in terms of the mother of Flash, but like the rest of the casting just doesn't look that great. Or there's lots more bad news about casting than there is good news at the moment with the Flash movie.
Yeah. And plus, we don't know if they're going off the comics or they're going off the animated movie Flashpoint. We don't know what they're going to do. And so,
I don't think it's the Flashpoint anymore. Andy Muschietti basically said he doesn't even want to call it Flashpoint anymore because it's changed so much. And I think
kind of like what Marvel did, Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet kind of thing.
And I hope he does that because the Flashpoint is such a good story that you don't want to ruin it by just, I don't know. I just hope it's not that Flash is going to save his mother. Then, if you're not gonna do Flashpoint, don't do. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a good story with the Atlanteans and the Amazonians fighting. It could be a $3 billion movie, and you don't want to waste it. For no reason. It honestly could be. You want to, if they need time to get confident in their new post-Snyder universe, then just give it time. I think a Flash movie now after the Snyderverse movie will actually make a ton of money. Just a Flash movie by itself. I know they're too deep into production now, and they thought Flash needs Batman to make money. But I think after what people saw in that Snyderverse movie, a Flash movie could do money by itself. They just should have waited, to see the lay of the land, and that's another thing that the DCEU don't seem to do. They don't wait to see what the lay of the land is before they make their movies, and that's why it fucks up their universe. I think the Justice League even Zack Snyder's Justice League suffered from going way too quickly into it before they knew what was happening with Wonder Woman, how people received that, how people received everything in, Batman v Superman. But anyway, last thing before we go, end credit scene should be him saving his mum and then do Flashpoint sequel. Yeah, I agree, Matt. Last word, Shaolin.
Well, all I got to say is they say they got a plan. Hopefully it works. I'm thinking they're using Flash or whatever they want to call it to kind of do another soft reboot to fix whatever Snyder did or fix what they perceive as damage with the Snyderverse.
I don't think it's damaged at all. I think the only bit that's damaged is that epilogue. Everything else is fine. And epilogue, Justice League don't kill. You fixed your universe.
Exactly. That's probably what Flash, I guess might as well call it Flashpoint, take it a name, is going to do. Like it's going to change things around. Yeah, they're going to. Like I agree, you don't need it to do that, right?
You don't.
But
you don't.
We're talking with WB Warner Brothers. They screw things up a lot, and so
Matt. Matt loved the epilogue. What did you love about the epilogue, Matt? Tell me before I leave. I'm curious as to what you loved about the epilogue.
Yeah, it wasn't even needed to me. It was just you just wasted time when you could have fixed something else with the money you used for that. You know what I mean? And
yeah. Can I ask Matt? Do you think that should be the next movie in the Justice League? The epilogue. What happened at the in the end of the Justice League? You think that should be the next movie, or do you think they should build up 2 more movies, some solo movies? You know, bring in Leto Joker. Wow! And I thought my jokes were bad. Matt, man, wow!
He's got to be trolling. He's got to be trolling. I mean, hey, if he really liked the Leto Joker, hey, all power to him.
Yeah. No, of course. We're only messing, Matt, man. If you like, the Joker,
I think he's trash, but it is what it is.
I thought it was horrible, man. But you know, and I swear to you, I didn't even mind him in Suicide Squad. I just thought, oh, he wasn't the best thing. He wasn't edited well. I didn't blame him in Suicide Squad at all. But this movie, man, he was worse in Zack Snyder's Justice League than he was in Suicide Squad for me.
Well, one thing if I'm gonna find a positive out of it, I did love how he's trying to like fuck with Batman's head a little bit, but at the same time, it just didn't like him. His laugh was just what the fuck. It was that. I don't know if he was trying to laugh softly, so Superman, I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Dude, just bring Joaquin Phoenix in this shit, bro. Bring Joaquin Phoenix in there and forget about all that bullshit, man.
Exactly.
They need to, you know. I don't care, man, because like that was whack, dude. There was nothing I liked about it. Nothing.
It was a waste of time. It was a waste.
Sorry, I don't mean to be shitting on what you're saying, Matt. I liked him in Suicide. I'll give you that his laugh was weird. I didn't mind his laugh in Suicide Squad. It wasn't
Suicide
his
Squad
laugh.
was fine. That was fine.
Yeah.
But this crap in his epilogue, I don't know what the hell that was.
I just all of his fish sticks and reach arounds, and I was just like, nah, bro, it's not about it. You're done with me. After the reach around comment, I was just like, wait a second, that isn't even a joke. Are you trying to say you gave Batman a reach around? I don't understand what you're. Who will give you a reach around? What does that mean? Are you there, guys? Hello? Whoop, I think I lost you.
Leto just messing with Batman's head for that little few seconds.
Yeah. What, the reach around comment? You think the reach around comment was that? Sorry, I lost you for a moment. Yeah, we didn't hear you. Hello? Hello? Yo, Shaolin. All right, I've kind of lost you. Guys, can you hear me? If you can hear me, can you say something in the comments? I liked him in Suicide Squad too, but there's a laugh. Because I think I've totally lost JG Shaolin.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man. Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Don't worry about it. Look, I think that. I'm gonna end it there anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, like, what does he say? Yeah. Oh, you can hear me. All right, good, man. So guys, thanks so much. Please remember to give me a high five, smash that like button, subscribe for more content, and please comments. Love the comments. I don't garbage squad 2016. Okay. Interesting.
What? He might be saying he didn't think it was garbage. That might be what he was saying.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying, man. But anyway, guys, see you on the flip side. Love you 3000. Peace.
Peace out.
Peace out.